Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Homeworld Emergence. I am the Alchemical Rabbit, and welcome to the game formerly known as Homeworld Cataclysm. Some of you, if you're fans of the Homeworld series, might be asking yourself, wait, this looks and sounds like Homeworld Cataclysm, why is it called Emergence? The reason it is called Emergence is because this game, which has just emerged on digital distribution on Good Old Games, had to change its name. The reason it had to change its name is because Blizzard Entertainment now owns the trademark to the word Cataclysm because of the World of Warcraft expansion of the same name. However, it is still the same original Homeworld game, just with a slightly different subtitle to it. For those of you who are fans of the channel, you remember previously I did a Let's Play of the Deserts of Karak game about a year ago. I enjoyed it. It wasn't quite as good as the original Homeworld or Homeworld 2, but very few things are in my opinion. Homeworld Emergence, or Cataclysm, is a bit of a weird stepchild in the Homeworld franchise. It was made by a third-party studio, not the studio who made the first Homeworld and Homeworld 2. I believe that was the same studio and not this one. And overall, the tone of it fits within the Homeworld universe well after the events of the first game, but it has a bit of a different feel. It's a bit more Star Trek, is how I would best describe it. So we're going to go ahead and dive back in on this game that is far older than I would like to admit, and let us begin. I'm going to go with my black and red color scheme on this. Let us begin.
The war for Higara has left the galaxy in turmoil. The past 15 years have seen the birth of new possibilities and the festering of old grudges. The once dominant Taidan Empire has fractured under the strain of civil war. The new Taidani Republic tries to hold the old territories together, while forces loyal to the old emperor lurk in the new bandit kingdoms, waiting for their chance to strike back. While the Taidani struggle between past and future, the Kushan people have established themselves on Higara, building new cities, repairing the damage done by the final battle for their home world. Even a fragile peace has its politics. The Kith Council has been re-established, and the future of Higara is now debated amongst the gathered Kithsa. Even amongst equals, there are power struggles. The mothership still orbits high above Higara. Pressed into the role of shipyard, she now builds new carriers to the specifications of each individual Kith. The need for new ships and the crews to man them is a desperate one. Military and economic pressure on the new Higarans is intense. Resources and technology are at the command of the Council. Kith, with little or no political power, have been forced to purchase technology from the Bentusi and other races. Higaran ships of exotic design now seek their fortune amongst the stars. The war for Homeworld is over now, but the galaxy remains a dangerous place.
Coming in on Vector 247. Cargo secured.
All right, clear away.
Sector 12 empty. Moving on.
This is Somtov Fleet Command to all ships. Prepare for emergency hyperspace. Set course for the home world.
let me introduce you to our mothership for this game. Not nearly as large as the original Higaran mothership, but it will serve its purpose. Also, I'm sorry for anybody who's trying to read the subtitles. I had to do a little bit of finicky work to get this game to play in full screen at 1080, so the subtitles are very small. Not a whole lot I can do about it, I'm afraid.
I've got your wing.
The Tydani are still here. Nice callback to the Siege of Higara on this shot. Doing a bombing run on an ion cannon frigate. Ah, full attack wing. 2 destroyers, carrier, pair of ion cannons. Up against what? Ion cannon, destroyer of our own. Looks like we're slightly outnumbered here. We do have a couple of assault frigates that will help with the little guys. But they have their own. Yes, by the way, part of the thing I have to do to get this game to run in 1080 is I have to run on software acceleration, so if the game doesn't look quite as good as it could, that's why. We've got 3 destroyers. You would hope we'd have the advantage. Oh, but he has a missile frigate. That's not good. Missile destroyer, excuse me. Strafing run on the missile destroyer, and target destroyed. Excellent. Now, where do we come into all this? Do I have control? I do. Alright. This is all we have, a simple mining carrier.
Tactical officer online. Full power to sensors, analyzing combat data now. Command, we need to find out where we can do the most good.
Understood, Tactical. Attention carrier Virak. This is Kith Somtom mining vessel Kunlan. We have arrived in Sector 112 and request targeting data.
Good to have you, Kunlan. We've got a strike fleet needing cover in Sector 109. Can you assist?
We'll send everything we've got, but be advised, we are a mining vessel. It would be best if we did not have to move directly into the main battle.
The strike wing of Fireland's frigates are under attack from Tydani bombers at this position.
Without fighter support, the frigates will be destroyed and that flank will collapse. Send out a squad of Acolyte fighters ASAP to assist the frigates.
As you wish. However, before we do that, I am going to do a quick audio check, because I think the speech versus the music might be a little off. So we're just going to try that. Let me know what you think. We're going to go ahead and go into build, and we are going to set ourselves up with 10 Acolyte fighters, and begin.
Construction underway.
If you've played the other Homeworld games, this might look like a slightly weird crafting menu. I mean, you have this one over here. This looks fairly reminiscent of what you saw back in Homeworld 1. Instead, what looks new here is the support units bar here. As you build up units, this will fill up, and you can't build units larger than the amount of support you have to control them. Throughout the game, we will increase that limit. But we'll get there. So, I'm going to go ahead and build another worker along with these 10 Acolytes. And do I want a processor? Yeah, I probably actually do. So we'll go ahead and build our processor as well. So, we look around, we have 2 workers right now. We're just going to set them to harvest. And if we zoom in on them, these are our workers in this game. So, opposed to Homeworld 1, these are multi-purpose harvesters, and we'll get into that in a moment.
Flight of Tydan fighters incoming from the main battle. They're probably investigating our hyperspace signature.
Our Acolytes will be able to deal with them, no problem. 5 of them, please. Let's get a nice little dramatic shot of them there. Go back to the map, back at the mothership. Alright, so, you might be wondering, why does this tech look so different from the original Homeworld mothership and such? Well, that's because the mining kith I think we're part of the Samta, is that correct? I don't know, but the Kunlan is one of 2 mining carriers that were created to support this kith, or this tribe. Now, the problem with being a mining kith is you tend to be relatively weak militarily, and so they don't have a lot of sway in the council. That's what they were talking about in the cutscene. So instead of getting technology from the council, they've had to look for alternative means, and that means happens to be
due to lack of resources.
Oh, did I run out of stuff? I did. Okay, we're gonna cancel the processor then.
Project terminated.
We'll finish him later. So they don't have a lot of resources. So what do? They trade with the Bentusi. And the Bentusi have given them technology to allow them to build these ships that look kind of similar to Bentusi fighters, actually. Which we'll see a lot more of later on in the game. So yes, thankfully the mothership, pretty capable of defending herself. We do have a couple of scouts here. We'll put them on evasive.
Formation set.
Grab this group of acolytes, going to call them Group 1. We're just going to go ahead and clear out what remains of this bomber wing really quick. Turning on evasive to make sure their engines have enough power to catch up. They do. Let's make sure we get in there, and they have taken care of that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to deploy our... we're going to go and send those 10 acolytes out to deal with... Yep, there we go. To deal with the original objective of defending our frigates. Now, a few things that are different from normal Homeworld, and I think Homeworld 2. 1, no fuel. The ships don't have fuel. You don't have to worry about refueling them. It's a welcome addition. I think so. In addition, these workers that are currently doing our harvesting, these serve multiple purposes in our army. They can heal, they can harvest, obviously, but they also act as salvage frigates. So, opposed to Homeworld 1, where you may have built a whole lot of salvage frigates and kind of play a space pirate, this one, not so much, because 1, you don't have the capability to build that many of them, because, as we saw here, our support is not stupendous, and especially once we start building larger ships, that'll fill up. And secondly, just we do not have the men or women to man those ships. We're a small clan. We're not an entire race of people. Alright, in goes our first attack wing. They should be able to do a fair amount of work here, since these bombers are very distracted. Yeah, we're already taking them down. And it looks like they may be firing on us, but they are separated. We're in a claw formation with aggressive. Not too worried. Even if we lose a couple of them, we should be alright. I'm just going to reissue that attack command one more time. Meanwhile, back at the command, I'm building another wing of acolyte fighters. The purpose of them being that they will act as defense for our mothership. I'm just going to call it the mothership for the sake of ease, although it's technically not the mothership. We have, yep, there's another fighter wing coming in. Not too worried about it. We'll have probably our 10 acolytes ready to go as soon as they get here. And we'll deal with them post-haste. Alright, that's our 9th one. 10th one is coming out. Will he be ready in time? Doesn't look like it. That doesn't matter a whole lot. They can deal with this. You will be Group 2. Set them to aggressive. You know what? There's the one who fell behind. He can join in, and we'll just wail on them. Excellent. Let's see how Group 1 is doing. We have not lost anything. You can see stars above their health bars. That is representative of experience, so they get slightly faster and slightly more armor and DPS as they level up. Don't expect to see acolytes survive forever. If in a few levels we have an acolyte with like 5 stars, we'll have to name him. Not in the game, I just mean it's astonishing he survived that long, and so he deserves a name. Alright, we're going to send them back to dock because we have cleared off the pressure on that front.
We've done it. By taking pressure off Kith Nabal's flank force, we've helped hold the line.
Attention, Kunlan. The first Imperialist attack wiped out our sensor grid. We need you to scout enemy positions with your recon ships. We are planning a counterattack.
We can do that. Now, in addition, we have these 3 recon fighters that we have. These basically are the scouts from Homeworld 1. we're going to go ahead and just send them out. We're not going to use them too much. They're more useful in like multiplayer and maybe further on, but for the most part, we will be relying on the Acolytes. These recon fighters, if I recall their lore, they are autonomous. They do not actually have pilots, despite having a cockpit. And they are going to be very sacrificial lamb.
Stand by Group 2.
Unfortunate for them, but it is, you know, what they're destined to be. So, we should actually see, what else can we build right now? Oh yes, something that I should go into real quick. The mothership has components. Right now, you'll see that down near the bottom, we have this large green bottom portion. That's our hangar portion that can and likely will be destroyed. Similarly, with these canisters and whatnot, different components on the ship can be damaged separately from the mothership itself. And if they are destroyed, we have to rebuild them. So we have to be careful to defend the mothership against that. There is another wing of bombers coming in. That's okay. Let's just wait. Yeah, Group 2 is out and ready. And we are going to slaughter them in just a moment. Oh, no, we're not. Cutscene.
We have picked up a convoy of enemy resources with escorts in this area. They must be resupplying the Imperialist attack fleet. Engage and destroy them.
Not a concern. We have 2 attack wings for this very reason. Now, we will not be getting bombers and some of the fighters that we got in the original game, I'm afraid. But that's not such a bad thing, because get them into formation, get Group 1, get them back into claw formation, and send them to attack. Alright, recon fighters will not be able to do much. They're actually already dead. Yeah, recon's gone. That's okay. We'll send our Acolyte attack wing to deal with them. So without bombers, well, how do we attack capital ships? Well, the Acolytes, they're adaptable.
To link our Acolytes together to form a Corvette-class vessel. They are ready to begin research on the project.
Research underway.
I was just speaking about this. Yes, Acolyte fighters, being Bentusi in technology, are very versatile. The first thing we will learn is how to take them and basically fold them in, fold their little arms in, and they'll join on their bellies, and they'll make Corvettes. Which, to be honest, if I recall when I played this game when I was younger, was kind of my preferred way to use them. Like, I very rarely use them in single form. I always just linked them together, because just the extra firepower was massive. We'll see if we stick with that, or if that was just my own childhood silliness getting in the way. Alright, as you can see, this is supposed to be Higara, or Earth, behind us, because I have the settings low to get this 1080p thing to work. It's not the best, but I promise you, back in the day and with hardware, it is quite beautiful. Alright, men. Where are they? We can see them on the long-range radar. Can we zoom in? Yes. Okay. In that case, we are going to focus fire on the defense escorts first. They only have, what, 3 defenders? That is unfortunate for them. So we'll blow them sky high. Can we have a good chunk of money right now? Should we be building more? I think we will, because Acolytes are going to be very important as we go. Alright, there is 1 defender remaining. 1 defender is gone. Destroy them all, boys. Destroy them all. We're actually going to swap over to sphere formation. Couldn't remember what the hotkey for it was. Basically, this is get around them, surround them, and then lay waste. You can see this thing already dead. Let's kill the rest. Hopefully that carrier that's nearby isn't going to do anything to us. Notice how, notice the command ship actually able to move. This was not possible in the first Homeworld. The mothership never moved outside of narrative situations, so loving that. So we'll bring it in closer, and then our workers will start to harvest these same minerals that the Tidan are currently going after. And we're just going to try and build up a pretty big stockpile here.
Stand by Group 2.
Yep, so that's Group 2.
Bridge.
Tempted to build a ramming frigate. Ramming frigates are okay. They are basically tugboats in space. They are good at pushing ships out of position. Which, there will be some circumstances where that is useful later on. Not immediately, but it is the only frigate we currently have an option of building right now, so we might build them anyway. And we'll blow up the last one of these. Boom, and head home to dock.
This is the Somtom mining vessel, Kunlan. The enemy resources have been destroyed. Research completed.
ACV is now available for construction.
You know what? We're actually going to stay here, because I see red coming out over there. So instead, we'll go ahead and build that processor that we started to build earlier.
Underway.
That will allow, it will follow these guys, and then these guys can, I'm sorry, these workers can then just dock with the resource processor instead of having to go all the way back to the mothership. So, coming along, getting them into claw formation, because we need to deal with what's happening over here. We don't want to be flanked. No, 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 we don't.
Ready.
So, you all will be
Setting assigned group
3. You all need to be upgraded. So do you, actually. So we finished that research, you notice, on the linking tech. So what we have to do is, indicated by this yellow flashing dot, is we need to bring those ships back into the mothership to get them upgraded. They don't just get the research immediately. So we're going to send everyone back to the ship. What are these?
Roger, Command.
2 random... Oh, okay, they're just in line with the mothership.
Command ship
Okay.
has successfully relocated.
Excellent, that's a fine position. They haven't even given us the mission to go after that one yet. So, what we will do is, as soon as this processor is done, it will go meet the workers. We're burning through all of our minerals, but the fact that our support is almost already to the top means that we have a pretty fleshed out early fleet. It's all currently Acolytes, but... Oh, also, we can then build these ACVs, which are the Acolyte corvettes. So the thing that are nice about them, twice as much armor, slightly lower speed, but their firepower is massive. It's, it's the equivalent of just 2 of the Acolytes linked together, but there's just something about the survivability. It's a lot easier to pick off one Acolyte, whereas this allows them to sort of get in, take some hits, come back and repair. So that's why I like using them. Whether or not that's the best idea, we'll see.
Copy, Command.
Escorts assigned.
Alright, so what I just sent this processor to do is to guard those 3 workers. So what he's going to go do is he's going to go over there, and he'll just hang out near them. He has a little bit of turret defense on him too, so he'll help defend them a tiny bit. I don't think they'll attack in this mission, like my resourcers, but, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Why aren't you going over there? Buddy, come on, get over there.
Roger, moving shop.
Alright. How are the Acolytes doing?
Receiving.
27. Still waiting for the last 3 of them to go over here. Where are those? Okay, so they're deep in the net of the defense network. What are you doing? Alright, we got 2 attack wings plus a couple of multi-gun corvettes. Alright. Well, in that case, what we will do is we will call you all now
To Group 1.
Group 1. Group 1 is going to move out and is going to try and defend the sensor grid. So assuming I remember enough about this game to remember, that's what the game has me do. Once we get close enough, then we will link together. Yep, that's just via C, or Z, or Z if you're Canadian, and then L. So, you know what we're going to do? We are going to go ahead and Z and then L right now, and we'll watch as what they all do is join together. Bada bam. Sometimes if you have a large group, it can take a little bit. Want to see 15 ACVs? 14. You know what? Go kill things.
Moving to attack.
Warning. The proximity sensor net is under attack in Sector 110. If the net fails, the Taidan force can run their entire fleet through the hole. We must defend the net immediately.
Already on it, Command. Alright, so we have 2 Acolytes. Where are the 2 Acolytes? Okay. You guys, I need you to link. Please get linked. Here, you have a lot of experience, he has very little. I need you to teach him. Oh yeah, you're also faster if you have higher experience, which is something to kind of pay attention to, and is kind of a problem. Because if you have units with a lot of experience, they're slightly faster, and they'll outrun the rest of the fleet, which then means they get shot, because they're all by themselves.
Stand by Group 1.
Alright.
Target acquired.
Come on, boys. Get down there. Aggressive. Get into actual formation, where, don't worry, there's not too much of a concern. I think we just have to make sure they don't destroy the entire net, and as you can see, we have plenty of firepower to go. Alright, so with these 15 ACVs, they are going to pivot in. Yes, they are much slower, but we're on an attack run, so I don't really want to break them up quite yet. We'd have them outnumbered 30 to, like, 12 if we broke up. But let's kill these. So first thing first, kill the multi-gun corvettes.
Report of hostiles by Group 1.
Because these are the things that could actually tear us up. There's only 2 of them. Oh, come on, guys. Break one of them. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. There we go. They're done.
Target acquired.
Kill those. You know what? We're going to unlink for this. Why is it good?
Preparing to unlink now.
There we go. They are unlinked. Go, boys. Go.
Formation set. Ready.
Yeah, so if you suddenly need a big boost of speed, we can just unlink the ACVs and just tear them apart. Because these are, if I recall... Oh, these are interceptors, actually. So actually being unlinked may be a bad idea here, but we have them outnumbered, so... I thought these were bombers, not air superiority fighters. It's okay, we lose a couple acolytes. It's not a concern.
By Group 1.
Is there? That's one of our sensors, so we don't need to worry about that. Just blow up the last of them, and I think that was it. Excellent.
Returning to hangar.
Return for repairs, boys.
Our forces have taken the upper hand. The Imperials are pulling back. One of their damaged cruisers is in this area.
Damaged cruiser, you say?
Track it down and make sure it never threatens Higara again.
If you insist, Command. Alright, we are, for hunting that thing, going to build ourselves a ramming frigate, because it's kind of the best anti-armor we have right now. Very heavily armored. They are nice for that. The main thing it has is it'll grab onto the enemy ship, and just start pushing it in a random direction. At the same time, it has a little mining laser it'll shoot into it to do damage. Not massively, not the best firepower in the world, but hey, we're a mining kith. What do you want? Alright. So... Yep. So...
Processor here.
You are in position.
Right. Packing up.
Gonna move
Getting
him up.
underway.
This one worker apparently went all the way back to the mothership. Alright, so you are trying to run away. Not super worried about it. I don't think there's any kind of time limit. Yeah, nothing says it's about to jump, so let's go ahead and get everybody in and repaired, and then we'll send everything at once. We did lose our scouts. I am going to rebuild a small, and by small I mean two scouts,
Capital ship has cleared.
because we'll be full up. The idea there being is, next couple of missions I assume there'll be some scouting runs we need to do, and the recon will help. This is our tugboat.
Receiving you loud and clear.
The ramming frigate. See, I like the design of this thing. It's got these nice pistons, so that when it rams into something, you can press a little bit, and down there's the mining laser. It'll shoot into your hull. So, very nice indeed. Alright, so, what do? We wait for full repairs. I'm going to go ahead and start sending this frigate out in this direction, because he's going to be a little bit slower than all of our acolytes.
Receiving.
Last 2 acolytes. Did we lose 2? Nope, there they are. Okay. Or at least
Roger,
1.
Command.
29. Was 1 heavily damaged? Yes, okay. If, when they repair, it actually takes a different amount of damage depending, or a different amount of time depending on how much damage they've taken.
Moving out.
So, we will start by deploying the full attack wing in evasive mode to get full speed.
Ready to go, sir.
Don't actually know if that affects speed, but it always seems appropriate. Like, set all power to engines. So, that wing will head out that way. We can probably help, while we're passing, we can probably, like, take some pot shots at, this destroyer. Although they really do have that covered. Oh, I like the new macro battery animation. If you played Homeworld 1, they didn't have these. Really lets you see when capital ships are shooting each other with the big guns, which is actually kind of nice.
Ready.
Sometimes it was a little difficult to tell.
Going to high alert now.
Alright. Let's see, what we got here for... Oh, you two.
Locked in.
Look at you. Thinking you're gonna help. It's cute. Alright, yeah, so we're just gonna kill the last of the Tydani fighters. We'll put some pot shots into the destroyer just to lend some assistance.
Moving to attack.
But I think they have this handled. I just want to go ahead and get those fighters off their backs.
Ready to go.
Alright, so we're going to send the ramming frigate out to meet
We're moving out right now.
the cruiser.
Roger, Command.
Meanwhile, you guys should murder.
Weapons charged.
There are 30 of you versus their 3. I think we can handle that. Even as a mining kith. Excellently done. Okay, but they will relaunch them, so let's not, like, burn a whole lot of time. Switching back to evasive. They're actually gonna shoot at us. Oh. Okay, guys. When I tell you to go this way, you go that way. Because I am in evasive mode, and they saw a fight, so they tried to run. Okay, guys.
Report of hostiles by group
Control
1.
stance.
Like, I enjoy the exuberance of killing Tydani. I genuinely do. But can we actually go kill our target, please? There you go. Good job, boys. Okay, now move out, and please go over here. We will link up before we get over there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with the amount of shots these things have taken, they should be gone, so... Cutscene. The power of cutscenes. Alright, so we should pick it up on long-range scanners as soon as this white box... There they are. Where are you going, buddies?
Target acquired.
So we got a group of defenders. We will take them out. We can catch them. Meanwhile, we'll take our ramming frigate and send him... Where's our ramming frigate? Have I... There he is.
Loud and clear.
Alright, go for the heavy cruiser, buddy.
Roger, Command.
Alright, so, we're on aggressive.
Target acquired.
Open fire.
Report of hostiles by group 1.
Yeah, you can... He's already not doing well. If he's spouting that much atmosphere, he's not going to take very long. We are going to lose a few guys, though. Those macro batteries hurt. Alright, switching to sphere formation. We are not going to bother linking up because that will make us... Well, we'll just sit there in space and he will pick us the hell off. So instead, we surround, mow him down, boys. Mow him down. Go and get that extra recon in there. There's one more acolyte fighter. We've lost 2 acolytes, but...
The Taidan cruiser has been eliminated.
I'll take it.
Objective completed.
Return to the mothership.
You got it.
So let's see. We control the resource gathering. That is excellent. And everyone is retreating. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the first mission. Let's see what the other Kith have to say after our glorious and heroic intervention.
Mayday, mayday! Losing air! Tumbling! We've got 3 unexploded warheads on this TIE cruiser. Suggest...
Hang in there, Blade 9. We'll have you locked down in a click.
Careful, careful! That reactor is unstable.
Good work with the Kal-El frigate, Workers 5 and 7. I'm sure they'll forget to thank us later.
You got that right.
Worker 12, did you track down those suit beacons we picked up in Sector 43?
Sorry, Command. We found the suits, but the poor dogs didn't have a chance to get their helmets on. We tagged them for the burial ships.
Attention, Higaran ships. We have thrown back the Imperial attack fleet. Higara should be safe once again. Kith Nabal would like to thank our brothers and sisters from Kith Manan, Sajet, and Kal-El for their aid in battle. Higara is in their debt, as are we.